we
Mm.
know when somebody's procrastinating, they're not getting their stuff done. They're not being productive. So you're actually transgressing the social norms around productivity. And so emotions such as guilt and shame are what we call social emotions. And people
Mm.
feel ashamed of the procrastination because they
Mm.
don't want other people to know. It's not something we make jokes about it to lighten it,
Mm.
but most people will hide it
Mm.
because if you say I'm procrastinating, you're basically telling people I'm not a very productive person. I'm not
Mm.
contributing to the team or to society, whatever. And that in itself is not a comfortable place to be.
No, no. And are there links to self-confidence or anxiety or even perfectionism that contribute to procrastination? Because you can imagine if you have a perfectionist mindset that you might want things to come out in a certain way, and you might think if I start it now, it's not going to be perfect, or
Yeah.
and likewise with self-confidence, if you think you're not going to execute something or you don't fully understand it, it may cause a delay. Is that procrastination or is it just delaying?
No, I mean, again, I think both can cause delay
Mm.
potentially, but I would still think that is more about procrastination. I think that's one way to distinguish between procrastination and your regular delay too, is are you feeling bad about this task?
Yeah,
Right?
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
are you feeling fear or dread or, like you're saying with the perfectionism, there's definitely a link with perfectionism, especially specifically um, more of the self-critical what we call perfectionistic concerns. So you're trying to please other people. You're trying to live
Mm.
up to some societal standard that you think others have imposed on you that you need to, which usually isn't the case. But we've shown in our research that there's a strong link between procrastination and that tendency to be perfectionistic. Part of it is, like you said, it's got to be just right, right? And perfectionists
Mm.
have a very low tolerance for things not being 100% right. So like one little slip up, one little lapse, oh, the whole thing's ruined. I'm never going to get there. Might as
Yeah,
well give
yeah,
up,
yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
Or there's the other side of it too is, I think this happens to a lot of us and maybe not just perfectionists. We imagine how good something can be. It might even be something that we're looking forward to. Oh, it's going to be this, it's going to be perfect, it's going to be
Mm.
great.
Mm.
And in some ways, it's easier to keep that perfect vision of how it's
Mm.
going to go in our head than actually step out into reality, take
Yeah.
those first steps and see how messy and difficult and slow and all those other things that we're dreading about it's actually going to be. So if you step back and never take a step forward, you can cling on to that little dream of how perfect it's going to be, but it just never becomes reality.
Yeah, it never works out.